Hello, folks. Today, I would like to speak about more in depth about the Romanian folkloric tradition, which is one of the less known, probably the least known traditions in Eastern Europe, very closely related with the Bulgarian tradition, very closely related with Eastern pre-Christian Thracian practices. First of all, when the Christians came, the practitioners of the old folk ways had to, as everywhere else, disguise the names of their deities and practices in Christian form. As I have been into research and probably also guided by the spirits of this tradition to find more about it, I started to uncover layer after layer of the folkloric Romanian tradition. Obviously, people who know me for a long time know that I also speak about and practice runes. This isn't an unrelated topic. Our Romanian practitioners did practice with runes, not in the way we think, modernly speaking. So, who is the chieftain of the Romanian folk tradition? In the 16th, 17th, 18th century, all the spellcraft gathered there, all the spellcraft that was dedicated to one or another entity was about Saint Mary. But this Saint Mary is not really necessarily the Saint Mary from Christianhood. Actually, it's a fairy queen by the name Cosenzana. Zana, Zina, Zina, it's a name for fairy in our tradition. So the chieftain of the Zine, the chieftain of the fairies, is called Lana Cosenzana or Ilana Cosenzana, and she has some attendances. She usually appears as an entity of luminous nature, hiding after a hill, guarded by a golden apple tree. In her right hand, a chalice of gold, and in her left hand, a chalice of silver. She looks above, she looks below, she gazes in directions to help her followers achieving their goals. So, she is the main chieftain, the main queen of spirits, disguised as Saint Mary, disguised as Saint Precista, but also, listen to this, also her attendants, main ones, because here we have also the three stages of womanhood. All right, the crone, the maiden, the woman, the crone. Okay, so these stages are present here, and the 7 days of the week have their fairy names. Actually, in this tradition, with descriptions and with a lot of lore associated to them. So, I'm not speaking about Romanian folkloric magic to the Romanians because they highly ignore it. Uh, this is the Romanian tradition, but in Romania, they do not know anything about it anymore. So I'm speaking here right now to the wide public who is interested in finding out more about these practices from me directly. So I would say the main days of the week have their fairy. There are a multitude of spirits attached to this tradition with different names. For the practitioner, they will get to know it little by little, practice with it little by little, and actually um, doing some kind of the practice every day with them, because knowing things theoretically does not help. Knowing them directly through direct practice is the way. So the chieftain is Ileana Cosânzeana. This is the name of the fairy queen. Her attendants, the most wisest attendants, are Saint Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, uh, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. These fairies have a fearsome nature at one point, because you must appease them with offerings, with feast, fasting, sorry, with fasting. If we speak about crown fairies, such as the days of the week in Romanian folklore, definitely fasting is the way to go. So, what about other entities? For example, you may want to know that Zmei, or the dragons, are deemed by the Christian tradition that influenced the Romanian folkloric magic as evil. But Bulgarians have the same name for the same entities, and there, at that place, they are positive entities. So I would say many enchantments, many spells with heavy Christian influence come down very heavy on the previous entities and their names. I would say that even to a very unjust type of way. So, uh, Ileana Cosânzeana is one of the sisters of the sun. Here in the Romanian folkloric tradition, the sun is worshipped heavily, heavily. The moon is also worshipped heavily. There are very occult practices of worshipping the moon in Romanian folklore that people do not know about. I possess this a certain ritual um, of worshipping the moon, and there are also a few other rituals of worshipping the sun, or negotiating with the sun, or asking things from the sun. So there is also the basic enchantment of water that is done in so many ways. There are also spirits from the stars invoked and worked with in the Romanian folkloric tradition. So would you say it's a full option tradition? At this point, I would say someone needs to work a lot to pierce through the veils of recent hundreds of years of Christian addition to it. So there are many names attached to the Ielele, which are the attendants. So Ileana Cosânzeana has the days of the weeks as attendants, but she also has the direct nine sisters, the daughters of Chandru, or the saint ones, the beautiful ones, the ladies, the Irodițele, and the very powerful three other fairies, which we have their names here: Savatina, Magdalena, and Rujalina. Yeah. So the daughters of the Lord, and they have various weapons, various tools to work on their followers with, or on the enemies of their followers, or on a certain situation. An evolution of the Zmei is called Balaur, which is, metaphorically speaking, the Balaur, which is a dragon, is a dragon, or it was a snake at the beginning, that only a Solomonar knows how to summon it or find it. One of the peculiar ways that probably will not hear in English ever, not even in Romanian too often or at all, would be that a balaur was a snake that was not seen for 7 years. He dragged himself into a hole and became a balaur, became a spiritual evolution of that basic entity which we call a snake. In Romania folkloric tradition, we also have the black man, which is like the witch father, the red man. Oski Skaraoski also is one of the names of the witch father here in the Romanian tradition. Is the trickster. He has also a very funny name, Velzeveul. Teme is a spirit here in the tradition, which is not really easy to deal with. The crown of the forest, obviously, is one of the most powerful entities in Romanian folkloric tradition. She has 9 sons, and every son has a property and an attribute. The Lair Emperor. The Lair Emperor is also a guy who is a spirit, either good or evil, depending on the circumstances. The Moroi and the Strigoi. Moroi are Moroi. They are like some kind of vampires. But the Strigoi are not really what directly we know about them from internet or certain new age books, or you know we also have some really bad entities here. uh, Bad, quote unquote. You never know the thing there. Bonza the Black, very fearsome spirit. Anyway, so it's hard to speak about this in public because stuff like this was never really told too much. Okay, the guardian of the tree soul, one of the guardians of the realm of ancestral knowledge, which here proves that our Romanian folkloric magic is deeply tied with the Celtic one. So the Vidra is an entity who guards the tree soul towards the ancestral realms in the water, which is water and ancestral heritage is one of the main ideas of the Celtic path. Here in Romania, we also have Celtic places, let's say. All right. Celtic places of initiation in Romania, I've been to a few already. Are they known to the white people? No. And it's very good that they aren't, because people would definitely um, abuse them in a very new age, stupid way. I already have seen someone going to one of those places. And man, oh man, it's dangerous to go there as a new age person, I'm telling you. Uh, Aside from the crones, we also have some old man spirits, like the grandparents, grandparent spirits or godfathers. One of the godfathers who definitely defends against enemies is Mosh Apesh. Mosh Apesh. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this mentioning. For the people who want to learn stuff directly from me, do not be shy. Contact me here. Okay? Write something in a comment. Try to find out how can you reach out, and then maybe if I see that you're a nice person of good character, sane in the head and in the soul, I'm able to share with you some practices and information from this very rare and very sweet practice. All right, enjoy your day, guys.